go.
Turk, calm down. You'll rip your label. Let our friends finish finding their seats first.
Oh, right. Kind of like when we pick our spot in the crayon box.
Okay, Dad, let's get started.
Welcome, everyone.
Nice to see you.
Hi, everyone. We're Crayola Crayons. That's Turquoise, my true blue buddy. You can call him Turk. And I'm...
That's Scarlet. She's the sharpest crayon I know.
You know, crayons like us have an important job to do.
We help make your creations super colorful.
And with so many colors to choose from, the possibilities are endless. What's your favorite color?
I like green.
Asparagus!
Mine's cornflower. You know, Turk and I come from a really big family. Since 1903, Crayola has made over 600 different shades of crayons. That's a lot of cousins.
Granny Smith Apple holds the best family reunions.
And Turk, did you know that out of America's top 10 favorite Crayola crayon colors, 6 of them are shades of blue, like you.
Oh, you're turning me brick red.
Today, I'm showing Turk where Crayola crayons come from. And we want to show you too. You'll see how crayons get molded, inspected, labeled, and packaged.
Yep, that's right.
We'll get some help from a friend.
Our friend is an expert on making crayons. A real, live crayonologist.
Before you got here, the crayonologist poured hot wax on the molding table. We're waiting for it to cool, and it should be ready just about... Ooh, I think our friend is coming.
Hey, Scarlet. Hey, Turk, I'm back. Don't you just love that new Crayola crayon smell? And I see you've invited some friends. That's great.
Hey, everybody. Let's say hi.
Hello there.
Hi.
This is Kip, and I'm a crayonologist from the Crayola Crayon Factory in Easton, Pennsylvania. Now, here in the USA, we make all the Crayola crayons that are used throughout the world. Each year, our factory makes about 3 billion crayons. That's enough to be able to take them all, line them up end to end, then wrap around the globe almost 6 times. Imagine how many sheets of paper you need for all those crayons.
Jazzberry jam! That's a lot of crayons!
It really is. And today we're going to be making some of those crayons for you using these machines. Now this equipment dates back to the early 1900s, and some of them are still being used at Crayola's factory today. Now Scarlet, Turk, and I are excited to show you what we do to make sure that every crayon is safe, strong, and super special. And we're going to get started over here at our flatbed molding table, where we've got some wax cooling and hardening in the mold.
That's
Now,
called
the recipe
molding.
for Crayola crayons actually dates all the way back to 1903.
Oh, sorry,
It
the
still
cat.
uses the same 3 basic ingredients: a non-toxic paraffin wax that gets mixed with high-quality clay and a bunch of different colors that we call pigments. And today, we're using a red pigment, just like you, Scarlet. And I suppose me too.
And some of the same pigments used to make Crayola crayons are used in everyday things.
Like what?
Like yellow school buses and red fire engines.
Razzmatazz! Is the wax ready now?
Looks like it. And I can tell because the wax has shrunk a little bit while it was cooling. Now that shrinking creates a small hollow spot in the middle of each crayon that actually helps to make it stronger. Something wrong, Turk?
I'm hollow inside? I can't see. I think I need an x-ray machine.
You're doing fine, Turk, but you are getting ahead of us. Now at the real factory, each crayon does pass through an x-ray and a metal detector. But at the very end, that's just to make sure that there's nothing in them that really shouldn't be there.
Check this out. This is an x-ray of me and Cousin Brown. He has a lot more pigments in his color, so he shows up a lot darker.
Cool. So where are the newborn crayons down there? Are they hiding?
You could say that. I just have to get rid of this top layer of wax and we'll be able to see them. Now back when manufacturing first started, workers like me had to scrape all this wax off by hand. But now we have machines to do it for us, so I just have to take care of the leftovers.
How do we get them out?
That collection tray lifts them out of the table.
1, 2, 3, 4. Screaming green! That's too many holes to count.
There are actually 1,200 holes in our collection tray, Turk. And all we have to do to get the crayons out of the table is to line up the holes on the tray with the holes in our table, just like this.
When I count to 3, let's all shout, "Happy birthday" to the newborns. Ready?
Dad, get ready.
Everybody!
1,
1, 2, 3.
3.
Happy birthday!
Now each hole has a brand new crayon. And look, they're already sharp.
That's a great observation, Scarlett. The sharpened tip on a Crayola crayon is actually made that way during the molding process. I'll bring this down here if you want a little better look. You see them poking out there? It's a lot of red crayons, isn't it? Now this tray is kind of heavy, so I am going to set it down. But then I can also get ready to refill our molding table. Anything left behind at the table, we call a Crayola.
Magic mint! That number on the wall just went up.
That number there is actually the total number of crayons manufactured by Crayola since 1903. Looks like my friends back at the factory are hard at work, which means that I'm going to get busy refilling our molding table.
I don't mean to be yellow, but that looks steamier than hot magenta.
To make a Crayola crayon, they have to heat the wax all the way up to around 200 degrees.
Mango tango! That is hot!
And once I pour the wax, I just have to scrape on top of the table to make sure that all the holes get completely filled. Then ice cold water inside the machine moves all around to help cool and harden the wax.
Blizzard blue! Our newborns aren't dressed yet. They're probably freezing after getting that ice water poured on them.
Let's go check on them.
They're doing fine, you two, but they're not quite ready for their labels just yet. First, we have to take them out of the tray.
Ooh, what's this part called?
Huh?
I think they call it dumping out the crayons.
Then each new
Dumping out the
Crayola
crayons is a
inspected by a
great
person
choice.
Just like me. We take out any crayons that aren't quite ready yet, and then we get to do some coloring.
You do?
Uh-huh.
We have to make sure that the crayons don't just look perfect.
Sorry.
We have to make sure that they're super strong and incredibly colorful. Plus, we want to make sure that they don't flake.
Because no one likes a flaky crayon.
Exactly. So I'll just take these few.
What happens to those poor little guys?
Don't be blue, Turk. They get to go back into the wax and try again.
Now are the crayons ready to get dressed?
Yep. The rest of our crayons pass with flying colors. And they're sitting right here in this hopper. And this stacker holds all their labels. Now, did you know that even though Crayola has over 200 different colors for their crayons, there are actually only 13 colors for their labels?
It makes getting dressed as easy as cherry pie.
Mm-hmm.
I always just pick the red label.
And you always look marvelous.
Aww, thanks.
We actually use a special type of non-toxic glue for the labels. It's just cornstarch and water. When I turn this machine on, the wheel will spin and get covered with our sticky glue before the crayons are guided down a chute and onto our golden wheel.
Down the slide, guys! Woo!
And once the crayon lands on a spot on the wheel, it gets covered up by a label. Then, this part of the machine down here, called the tucker, tucks the crayon into its label. Just like that.
Aww, they look so cozy.
Crayola labels are comfy, but they also make us super strong. Our labels are wrapped around us 2 times.
And don't forget, They make great name tags.
We Crayola crayons do get pretty great names. Crayola even has contests to let kids help pick the names for new colors.
Really?
They've come up with the best names.
Like what?
Like Timberwolf.
And mac and cheese.
All right, you two, I do think we're getting a little off track. Now this machine here can label about 60 crayons every minute. That's been slowed down just to give you a better idea of how it works. Because the real machines back at the factory can label over 180 crayons every minute.
Well, they're all dressed. Time to get these guys a cool new ride.
Just a second, Scarlett. It's always a good idea to clean up after a project. This glue can get pretty sticky. If I take the time now to properly clean and shut down our machine, it'll be all ready to go the next time we need to use it. All right, I think we're set. Now this here is our packaging machine, and its job is to take 4 of our new crayons and put all of them together in a box. The new crayons sit back here in hoppers where they're sorted by color. Then they land on slots in a wheel. The wheel spins, and then
Look out below!
they fall into a plate with the other colored crayons.
Where are all the boxes?
The boxes are over there, in that stacker.
Thanks, Scarlett. Now what this machine does with our boxes is it uses a small puff of air to open the box up. Then a plunger pushes our new crayons into the bottom, and as it moves down the conveyor belt, the box gets closed up until, ta-da, they're safe and sound inside.
What happens if someone gets left behind and the box isn't full?
That's a good question, Turk. There's actually a really cool light sensor inside the machine that counts each box to make sure that it has the right number of crayons. And if it sees that there are some missing, well, then it just won't pack that batch. But for the rest of our newborn crayons, they've reached the end of the line, and they're ready to leave the factory.
Well, it looks like our new friends are all ready to head out into the wild blue yonder, too.
Wait! There's one more thing these crayons need!
What is it, Turk?
Well, let's see. They've been molded, inspected, labeled, and packaged. What's left?
They need you to take them out and use them. They can't add color to the world without your brightest ideas.
That's right. Hey, everyone.
Yeah,
We want you to be creative and have some fun.
that's great.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, too, for showing us how you do your job.
You're welcome.
Hey, let's say a big thank you to our friend and all of the crayonologists at the factory.
Thank you. Yeah, baby. Woohoo!
If you'd like to head out to those stores, you'll have to get your own brand new Crayola crayon, just like the ones you saw us make here. Once more, my name is Kip.
Oh, I'm waiting for you, all right.
Bye. Take good care of our friends.
Woohoo!